Well, Andrew Bryant is a CSP. Andrew Bryant is an international thought leader on the topic of self-leadership and how to develop leaders. As an executive coach and leadership consultant, Andrew works with many multinational companies who call on Andrew when they want to align people's behaviors with a company vision or a business objective.
You see, I want to talk to you about self-leadership. And self-leadership has been something I've been teaching, studying, developing for 10 plus years. And there are many definitions of self-leadership, but fundamentally self-leadership is the ability to intentionally influence yourself to achieve objectives and positively influence others, hence the term positive virus. As a leadership consultant, I work with companies, multinationals, and sometimes local organizations, sometimes government organizations here in Singapore, and I develop leaders. And it has always been my premise that you cannot lead somebody else unless you can lead yourself. Now, in developing self-leadership, I needed to come up with a model to explain how I diagnose an organization, how I help leaders develop, and how I help organizations to be more flexible, creative, quicker, innovative. And so up here, of course, is the model. And it's a 4-box model because anybody who's done an MBA or any kind of management course knows we have to have a 4-box model. And so this is my 4-box model. 2 axes, a vertical axis which talks about the leader's influence style. Let me just do a quick check here. Who here is a manager or a leader within an organization? Who's a manager or a leader in an organization? A few of you. Who are employees in organizations? Okay, who are the entrepreneurs? Very good, we have a selection. This vertical axis talks about the leader's style. So if you're a leader or a manager, this is how you influence those within your organization. I could have also, on the vertical axis, put the word culture, because culture influences how people behave. On the horizontal axis is a key element or trait of self-leadership, which is the need for autonomy. Human beings are born with a need for autonomy, but as we grow up, sometimes it gets beaten out of us. And I want to talk a bit about that today. And particularly, I want to focus today on developing your autonomy. Because as you see from this 4-box model, can somebody just turn the lights down? I wonder if they could turn them back up again. Thank you. Oh, I'm just magically doing that. Fabulous. As you can see on this 4-box model, if we have a direct leadership style or a direct culture, and employee autonomy is reduced or individual's autonomy is reduced, we actually have a situational leadership perspective, command and control. If people don't want to be innovative and creative, they just want to follow orders, then the best way to do it is to give them orders. And as we say, is measure the gap, close the gap. But that doesn't work with knowledge workers, with people in IT or banking, in creativity, in the arts. That doesn't work with them. You command and control these people because they have high autonomy, and you will get disengagement and resentment. So Gallup does very well with its engagement surveys, and organizations measure engagement. Here in Singapore, engagement's not particularly high. There's a lot of command control style leadership. Of course, if you are an empowering and engaging leader, or you create an empowering, engaging culture, but people don't want to step up and take autonomy, they want orders, well then of course you're going to get very low performance. Now ideally, we have a leadership style or culture that encourages empowerment, that we have people that want to release their autonomy, and then we get self-leadership and shared leadership. And with this, we know we can measure, we get innovation, we get creativity, and most importantly, we get decision making. And we've had a great presentation today on critical thinking and decision making. And we make our best decisions when we exercise our autonomy. And so this is what's important about this presentation. This is why I'm speaking to you today.